Hey, Blackmar Social Club, God bless America. Talking boots. And before I do, I feel like I need to address a couple of things. One, yes, I'm fixing to review a PNW boot, and I am wearing the most hipster outfit that I can wear. Did I do it on purpose? Maybe. Maybe. But you know, I don't pass up a good chance to wear a beanie, dark glasses, and black. So, you know, if you think it has anything to do with this pair of White's original semi-dress boots, then go ahead and think that. Secondly, one of you guys took me to task in a prior video because I do a lot of reviews on second-hand boots. You guys know that I love second-hand boots because I don't like paying full price for stuff. And one of you guys took me to task, and you weren't rude about it at all. I'm not even going to link the comment, but it went like this. Hey, I like watching your videos, but if I'm being honest, this is not, you know, it's not realistic, it's not repeatable. You add no value to the boot review space if you're reviewing a secondhand boot that's not replicable. I mean, so the statement was, I guess, if I can't go, you know, if I can't go buy the thing, you know, he actually went further and said, you know, why not just review the boot on full price? You know, review the boot based on full price. Let me help. And again, I mean, like I said, I found no offense to the statement, except for the fact that I probably need to help you out there get there. And the way you would take a review like mine that is clearly on a used pair of boots and replicate that in the real full-priced world is you would pretend that I paid full price. That's it. That's it. So you got to pretend that I paid full price. Can you go on Depop, Poshmark, Grailed, eBay, Facebook Marketplace and buy a used pair of boots? Probably so. Can you go on White's Boots and buy it brand new? Yes. So this boot is still attainable brand new for full price. So I just, you know, I don't know if that's a rant as much as it's just a, guys, don't take yourself so seriously. I don't. I mean, these are boots, for God's sake. I mean, there's wars, there's assassinations, there's politics, there's bigger things out there to worry about. These are just boots. And I just wanted to show you a pretty awesome new pair of boots that I got. So here we go. White's original semi-dress boots. Let me run down first of all, you guys know White's Boots. It's a PNW boot maker, originally started in Connecticut by Edward White in 1853, pre-Civil War. That's pretty dadgum impressive. And I think I've said this before, but in this case, I feel like it's true. Probably the oldest boot maker in America. Still producing boots. Somewhere around 1900, they moved, the son, Otto, maybe John, somebody else moved the company to the PNW, and you know, the rest is history. Now, the original semi-dress boot dates back to around the 1930s. And what they wanted was a full-blooded work boot with a little bit more refined silhouette. So what you get is a little bit of a different cut of material. I mean, there is a heel counter there, but it's not the one like that you see on the MPs where it comes out. So the quarters are a little bit more refined. You do have that stitching that runs all the way through here just for an added detail across this, what do they call that? A backstay, heel counter, whatever. 4 rows of stitching up the quarter. And I won't go too far too quick. Let me finish telling you about the boot. Again, the hope was to get a middle ground between a refined boot and a work boot. I will be doing a video here before long because I do have a pair of Aldens that are really in this space. It's just an Alden, but it's the same makeup, Brown CXL, Brogue cap toe, and it just looks like a perfect boot to compare one for the other, and probably dive into the difference between a boot and a shoe. And if I'm being honest, again, calling an Alden a boot is a little bit of a stretch because it's more of a rugged shoe, but that'll be a different video. So this one here, 5-inch full grain, in this case Horween Brown CXL, all eyelet construction. This particular boot was an MTO and made like it is. The details on it: leather midsole, leather shank, obviously a 3/4 leather insole, and this one is fully calf lined. I don't know if you can see that. Now that may have been part of, well, I think it was part of the MTO, but and I'm sorry you can't see that, but you'll just have to take my word for it. You can see a little glimpse of it there. All eyelet construction, brogue cap toe, stitch down, 270 degree stitch down construction. Whites in this case on the 55 last. This is not their CMP. There's not, you know we talked about on the MP versus CMP how one of them is a little bit more handmade, and in this case this is more traditional whites. So it's going to be hand lasted, hand welted, hand bottomed. Now, does that mean it's better? No. Does that mean you should pay more? No. I mean, I think we've beat that horse to death. You really want, in a lot of cases, hand anything is just going to be poorer quality because these are human hands. They're not going to be as refined or you know, I'm going to cut all that out and we'll start back over. They are not going to be as anything hand lasted, hand bottomed. You shouldn't be paying more for it. It's not going to be as precise as something that's machine lasted and whatnot. But in the cases where I see a good pair of boots, and White's has done it a couple of times now, where I see something that looks this good and it is all those things, I just think that's a nice add or a nice discussion point. Doesn't add value for me, but it certainly doesn't take it away in this case. Now, this particular one, let me make sure I've gotten all the details right first. Logger heel, calf line, I talked about that. Made on the 55 Archies last. Now, here recently, I just, I've been making the statement that the older I get and the more, and you guys remember the whole search of this, the whole reason why I've got damn near 40 pair of boots in there is because I keep looking for one thing better. Like, what's the next best thing? What's better than this? Well, if I love this, then how do I feel about that? And what I'm noticing as I get deeper and deeper and deeper into this is going to be two things about this boot. One, I love the arch support. I love the arch support of that 50-50 last. In the case of the CMP, so much so that I ordered a brand new pair, and I'm still waiting on it to be delivered in natural CXL. Ordered a brand new pair of the CMP Shermans, but then I saw this boot on eBay and I jumped, and yes, it's, this is tying back to that rant earlier. Yes, I got a deal on it because I love buying used boots. But in this case, This is the 55 last, which is a little bit more arch support. So I was a little bit nervous because I had seen plenty of you guys talking about, you know, that being a little bit too much arch support. And I think what I'm realizing is that's 100% what I need, because I wore these boots all day long, and it was an absolute pleasure to wear these boots. In this case, the Vibram Quabug heel Vibram sole 705, I think. Yeah, they mix and match a little bit, but it is what it is. And these are the original, because I can see how they're worn a little bit. Doesn't bother me a bit, just adds to the charm. What else do sizing. In this shoe, this was available on eBay to me in a 10.5 E. Now, I have seen the higher the arch, the shorter the shoe you can take. You know, nervously, I don't know that I would follow that, but in two cases now, and especially with that other Alden, when I have stepped out to an E width, that also might let you shorten your sizing up a little bit. So in that Alden, I got a 10.5 E, fits great. So when I saw this in a 10.5 E, one with a little bit more of a rounded toe just because of the last, and two because of the higher arch, I thought, let me roll the dice. And sweet baby Jesus, am I glad that I did. These are phenomenal. I absolutely love how they fit. I love how they feel. In true boot fashion, they are supportive. They with the 5-inch height, they come right up to my ankle, just above my ankle. Still fit me well. Still look clean and classy. I love the rounded toe a little bit more, because again, when you look down there, when I said they intended this to be the middle ground, that's what I'm talking about. When you look down at your boots, you know, you want to either see a dress. I mean, you're either looking for that almond toe and it's a little dressy, or you're looking for a chunky work boot. Well, that's what's cool about this boot, is when I look down, I see this chunky boot that is absolutely refined. I mean, the perforated cap toe, love it. Love the stitch down. I mean, just such a cool looking boot, and it's a whites. So can PNW make a refined, cool looking boot? Yes, they did right here. Is that subjective? Is it my opinion? 100%. Me wearing this hipster outfit, do I look good in that? That's subjective too, but it's probably true. So anyway, what else do I want to say? I am going to do the comparison video between this and the Alden tanker boots, because again, when I put them next to each other, and I got a few pictures this morning, when I compare them, it's definitely night and day. It's one is boot, one is casual boot, or, you know, I'll say rugged shoe, however you want to call it. But I think it merits doing a comparison. And then you guys can decide, is the whites worth it? I mean, I have been looking at these, and I was looking at them new. 2 or 3 different times I put them in the cart, and I was getting ready to order a pair of either these, the semi-dress boots, or the Stevens boots. About 740 bucks is what they run new, or go find them used. I mean, like I said, it may take you longer, but would these be worth full price after wearing these? 100%, 100%. Is that skewed because I've seen boot makers charging $1,600, $1,100 just left and right lately? Maybe. It just tells me that if that's where the industry is going, and you can still get a brand new pair of whites, oldest company in America, boot maker, doing this for about 740, 750 bucks. Is that a value? I guess it becomes a value because everybody else is going through the roof. So yeah, is it a value at new money? Yes. Is it a value on eBay used money? 100%. Is it a well-made boot that is all those hand things? Yes. In this case, did it, did they get anything wrong with the craftsmanship? I can't see it. It really looks like it looks like if I had been holding this new, it would have been done well. Do I love the fact that it's scuffed up, scratched up, worn in, broke in? Yes, that's just my thing. One of the first boots I've got with such a pronounced logger heel, that takes a little bit of getting used to on the look, but I like it. I mean, I'm not mad at it. And again, everything else about this boot, guys, you know the boot. It's been around forever. You didn't need me to tell you about it, but this is my take. You guys be blessed. We will talk soon. I feel like I left that on a high note. Let me start over. You guys be blessed. Talk soon. That was much better.